Yo, 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 what's happening, people? Happy New Year. Earthshake, Neymar. Happy New Year, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well too. I'm just crunching in your ear right now. Alright, let's switch over to this screen. Yo, what up? It is the 31st of December, 2024. It's 8 minutes past 8 p.m. We are less than 4. Is the sound is on? Can you hear me? Well, if you can't hear me. The sound is on. The sound should be on, right? Oh. All right. You can't hear me. Why can't you hear me? Hold on a sec. Okay, the sound's coming through. I don't know what to tell you, but my microphone's on. Mic's on. And sound is being broadcasted. I don't know what to tell you, man. There's no... Is there any sound at all? I don't know what to tell you. Well, I'm saying something now. You can hear me now. Awesome. Awesome. There might be some stuff that's a little bit too loud though. So let me make some adjustments. Because I might have some stuff that's just a little bit too loud. Oh, man. Let's see, where's my soundboard gone? Okay, let me drop this down a bit. There you go, that should be all right. You can hear me now? How you, brother, broski? Yo, I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. It is the 31st of December. The 31st of December, 2024. We are less than 4 hours away from 2025, at least in the UK. Might be a little bit more than 4 hours in other parts of the world, and maybe way less than 4 hours in other parts of the world. In fact, in some parts of the world, it might be 2025 already. I think in Australia, it's already 2025, you know. Let me see. Let me see if I can find out. Is it 2025 in Australia? Yes, it is 2025 in Australia. Time zones. Australia has 6 main time zones and 9 total time zones, including dependencies. The 3 main time zones are Australian Eastern Standard Time, Australian Central Standard Time, and Australian Western Standard Time. Daylight saving time in 2025. Only parts of Australia will use daylight saving time. Okay, that's a whole lot of information about Australian times. But yeah, it is 2025 in Australia already. I'm ready for 2025. Are you ready? You know what? I want to say yes. But of course, you don't know what the new year's going to bring, right? Hopefully, whatever happens, I can handle it. Whatever bad things are coming my way, I can handle them. And whatever good things are coming my way, I'm ready to receive them. Now, I think that's all we can do. Try to prepare yourself to receive the good things and to handle the bad things, because 2025 is a whole 365 days. There's going to be all kinds of things happening. Some things are going to benefit you. Some things are not going to benefit you. So the bad things that happen, hopefully you can handle them with grace and dignity. And the good things that happen, hopefully you could receive them with grace and dignity as well. Oh yeah, I saw that video actually. In inertia video. I'm just munching in your ear right now. But how's your year been? How's your 2024 been? That was pretty cool. I mean, the video, it looked really cool in terms of, I don't know much about beatboxing, so, but it looked like the crowd was really into it. So, like, that's a cool thing. Bon appetit, appreciate that. Bon appetit, bon appetit. Now that I can speak French, I should say that properly. Bon appetit, bon appetit. British people say bon appetit. It's actually bon appetit. I have to speak French now. Je m'appelle Haze. Comment tu t'appelles? Bon appetito. It's okay. Buon appetito. You speak Italian? Well, you know what? 2024, I ain't gonna lie, man. 2024 was a good year for me. And I don't like to sound like I'm bragging, but I also feel like I've got to show gratitude because a lot of good things happened to me this year. Or happened, yeah, I can say happened to me. I think I can say happened to me. A lot of good things happened to me this year. I mean, I traveled this year way more than I traveled in any other year easily. You know, I went to 7 different cities this year. That's crazy for me. That might be nothing for some people, but that's a lot for me. I like to travel when I can, but I don't usually get a chance to travel that much. But this year I went to 7 different cities. That is crazy. I want my translator to do. Nice. I went to 7 different cities. I went bungee jumping. I went to Comic-Con again for the first time in ages. I haven't been Comic-Con for ages. And not only did I go to Comic-Con, I went to Comic-Con in a different city. So I've been to Comic-Con in London, but for the first time for me, went to Comic-Con in a city that I don't live in. So that was awesome. So I got to travel and go to Comic-Con. That was awesome. Man, what else? I drank the most amount of coffee. I went to so many different coffee shops. It's crazy. Oh, good experience indeed. I became Al Haji this year. That happened. It's Alhaji Haze. That's my full name now. Alhaji Haze. But yeah, that happened this year, which is awesome. Man. Yeah, I did a lot, man. I did a lot. Bought a house, which is incredible. Man, it was a good year. It was a good year. But you know, not everything goes your way, right? And like I say, you just kind of have to handle some of the things that don't go your way. Try and handle them with grace. Because I do believe that you will never have a burden that is more than you can handle. I do believe that. That's something that I read in the Quran. And I believe that ever since I read that. You will never have a burden more than you can handle. And that got me through a lot. That's got me through a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've definitely forgotten about that a few times and flipped out and gotten mad and gotten petty and done all that kind of stuff. I ain't trying to act like I'm perfect. But anytime I remember that, it's like, you know what? Somehow, some way, whatever you're going through, you can handle it. You may not know the answers right now. You may not know how to deal with it right now. You know, you may not know what you're going to do and all that kind of stuff, but you just know that somehow, some way you can handle it. Avatar machine. I will. Doing like 2015. I'll go into 2015 to WWE matches here. What was the 2015 WWE match? What happened in 2015? 2015 was 10 years ago, bro. Can you believe that? 2015. I listened to an album the other day. Yesterday was it, actually. I haven't listened to this album for a while. I thought, you know what, let me put this album on. I listened to it. And one of the first lines that come out on the album is a guy's voice saying, it's 2015. And I was like, yo, this was 2015. Because I wasn't even thinking about that when I put the album on. I was just thinking, oh, I heard it for a while, let me play it. And one of the first things he says is like, yo, it's 2015. Well, you know, I was like, yo, I don't even realize this album is 10 years old, man. It was a Little Sims album. It was actually her debut album. But man, this album is 10 years old. 10 years of Little Sims. Well, actually, it's been more than 10 years of Little Sims because I've been listening to Little Sims since before her first album. She's maybe one of the few artists that I knew about before they kind of hit the sort of, I don't know if mainstream is the right word to use, but certainly before she kind of blew up. And that doesn't happen to me very often. There's not many artists I can say I knew before they blew up. But yeah, I knew about Little Sims before she blew up. I remember a friend told me about it. It was actually an American friend told me about it. So she's a British artist, but it's an American friend that told me about her. He knew about her because like he covers like hip hop and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, do you know about this little? I was like, oh, I don't know. Looked into it and was like, yo, this Little Sims is sick, bro. So I've been listening to her ever since. And that was, she was putting out EPs and mixtapes and stuff like that back in the day on Bandcamp. And she released her debut album 10 years ago in 2015. It's like, man, 10 years, but she's been killing it though. She's really been killing it. Like she was in Top Boy the last couple of seasons of Top Boy, or last 3 seasons of Top Boy rather. Oh, into 2002, when Randy Orton killed a legend called Undertaker. Oh yeah, I don't think he killed him though. I mean, I know he don't kill him, but he didn't end the Undertaker in 2002. He might have tried to, but he did not end the Undertaker in 2002. Since the Undertaker kept going till what, 2020 something or other, like. When did the Undertaker retire? Like 2020, I think. In fact, you know what? You can find that right now. When did the Undertaker retire? Yeah, 2020. 2020. So Randy Orton tried to kill the Undertaker in 2003. He did not succeed. And Cena? What do you mean when Cena retired? Cena's not retiring until next year. Drop my food on the floor. 10-second rule. Well, 5-second rule, really. God bless. That's the important bit about the 5-second rule, by the way. You gotta say God bless. If you don't say God bless, it's just nasty. Well, Undertaker, John Cena, I think I heard that he's not retiring until next year. John Cena, actor, professional wrestler, announced that he will retire from World Wrestling Federation in 2025. Yeah, so his retirement is coming up. 2025. It doesn't say when in 2025. But yeah, he announced he's going to retire in 2025. So I guess he's retiring in less than 4 hours. Well, kinda. I think with wrestlers, though, my opinion is that wrestlers should retire ideally before 40, because it's a massive toll on their bodies that they do. Like all the jumping, the falling, the 5-6 days a week they can be working. They're on the roads a lot. They're not always sleeping well. It's a brutal schedule. So in my opinion, I think wrestlers should retire before 40. And only maybe like, or at least retire from full-time wrestling before 40. Maybe do like part-time stuff if they're still able to after 40. Like if you're still fit, still healthy, and you know, not too battered, maybe do some part-time wrestling after that. But I feel like before you're 40, you want to retire from full-time wrestling, because that is brutal. It is a brutal schedule. In fact, I remember like when I was a younger lad, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I was like, yeah, I want to be a WWF wrestler. But when I saw how brutal their workload is, I was like, nah. No, I don't like it that much. I'm not that passionate about it. Sometimes you can just be a fan. I don't need to do all that. That's long. These guys get real injuries. But like, nah. In fact, here's a little known well, I don't know if it's a little known fact, but here's a little piece of trivia. I use the name Haze, right, on the internet. Haze, H-A-Z-E, as well, channel Haze Days. The full title is Bandit Haze. Bandit Haze, B-A-N-D-I-T-H-A-Z-E, Bandit Haze. But that came out of me wanting to be a wrestler. That's where that name came from. So if you ever wondered why Haze, that's why. That's where the name came from. I wanted to be a wrestler at one time, and I came up with the name Bandit Haze. And I had a whole kind of thing as well about it. So I didn't become a wrestler, but I kept the name. That's him in a ring on YouTube when he announces he's retiring. Yeah, yours is still on fire. Delivery RKOs. I haven't watched WWE for a long time. I mean, I only really get like tidbits of it now. Like I follow some of the wrestlers on Insta and that kind of thing. So I see like some of the stories and some of the things going on, but in terms of like paying attention, I haven't done it for ages. I know wrestling WWE's coming to Netflix, so it's coming to Netflix in January. I think early January as well. So I don't know, I might see if I could give it a little go then if it's going to be on Netflix, because then it's kind of easy to watch if it's on Netflix. But well, we shall see. We shall see. They must have struck a more chips go out of script. Well, it's New Year's Eve. Right, Netflix must have paid some massive money to WWE to get it over on Netflix, though, because for WWE to not be on TV, Raw of all things as well, to not be on regular TV, Netflix must have been paying some crazy money. It must have been like, look, zip. I mean, they must have just turned up with like a whole truck with $100 bills. It's like filled. It's like, yep, there we go. So what are your plans for 2025? Do you have any plans? Any New Year's resolutions? Why Randy Orton in his career like to hit persons in the score? I don't. Was it score? What's score? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what that means. Score. But my plan for 2025, and hopefully we'll start seeing this soon actually. So with this channel, Haze Days channel, my plan is to pull out one video per day for at least 1 year. One video per day for at least 1 year. And the way I plan on doing that is like, I know that there's, well, I anticipate there's going to be days where I don't necessarily have a lot of time to make a video, and there might be days where I have loads of time to make videos. So my plan, the way I plan on doing it is maybe some days I'm going to shoot like 3, 4, 5 videos in a day and then just show them out, you know, day after day. I might do something like that. That's what I plan on doing. But I've already got 6 videos up scheduled to come out, starting midnight on, well, tonight, I guess, really, midnight tonight, New Year's Day. As soon as the clock strikes 12 midnight, and it becomes the 1st of January is when the first video is due to go live. But yeah, 1 video per day for a year is my plan for 2025. Now, will I actually achieve that? Will I not achieve that? That waits to be seen. But yeah, that's the plan for 2025 on this channel, to do at least 1 video per day. They're not going to be great videos. Don't expect amazing pieces of art. They're mostly just going to be me talking for a few minutes or whatever it is. I'll try, if I can, do something a bit more involved, but yeah, it's mostly going to be 365 garbage videos over the course of a year is pretty much what I plan on doing. One of my plans in 2025, anything I do not, I don't lose. I can't lose. I'm gonna wake up the beast inside me. I don't lose anything. I don't want to fail. The thing is though, and please no, I'm not trying to discourage you, but I actually mean this. The only way you succeed is by learning to embrace failure. Like, I don't believe anybody really succeeds if they can't embrace failure, because it's all part of it. It goes hand in hand. One does not exist without the other. And so you need to embrace failure. It's not that you can't lose, but to understand that when you fail or when something doesn't go your way, there's always a lesson in there for you. And as long as you could always find what that lesson is, and a lesson might be something simple, it might be something obvious, or it might be something a bit deeper. But as long as you can always find what that lesson is, you know, because the reality is it's a year. It's a whole year. It's 365 days, you know, 12 months, 52 weeks. It's a whole year. So many things are going to happen. And most of those things, a vast majority of those things, are going to be outside of your control, right? You could only do so much. Everything else is outside your control. So when things are outside your control, you have no idea if it's going to be something that's good for you, or if it's going to be something that's going to be bad for you, or something that's not going to matter. So you need to embrace the fact that there is just things that you can't control. Things aren't always going to go your way. There's going to be things that you plan that don't work out the way you planned. You know, there's going to be something going wrong due to something that might be your fault, right? It could be your fault. And there could be things going wrong for things that is something so far outside your control, or something that you had no idea about. But you need to embrace all that. You need to embrace the chaos and the mess of all of that. And then, yeah, you find success. Not because you don't fail, it's because you keep going. You know, even the people at the top, like you think of like whether it's the richest people in the world or the most successful people in the world, however you define success, you know, you look at the people who have achieved that and they still get things wrong. You know, they still make mistakes. They still have things that don't go their way. But you need to embrace all of that. But I already fail at much things I try to do. 2020 to 2024 was something not very good. 25 will be better. Not just because I say so, just because I made that. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you. You know, I heard somewhere, I think I heard this on the internet or somebody said this or whatever, but it's success is what happens when opportunity meets preparation. So if you're prepared and you stay prepared, when those opportunities come, you're ready for it. The thing is, you never know when those opportunities are going to come. You just never know. And which you will win everything you want for 2025. When you dream, don't miss any opportunities. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. All we can do is the best we can do. That's all you can do. Every day you wake up, every day you go to bed, just look at yourself and be like, you know, did I do my best today? Did I do my best today? If the answer to that question is no, it's all right. But you know you're going to try again tomorrow and do your best tomorrow. Always try and do the best you can. Take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. And try to create opportunities. You know, don't rely on things coming to you. Try to create opportunities for yourself as well. Try to put yourself in positions where you're more likely to receive certain things. All you can do is all you can do. As long as every day you show up and say to yourself, you know what, today I'm going to be the best version of myself. Do that every day. Today I'm going to be the best version of myself. And sometimes something happens and maybe you're not as good as you could have been. It's okay. Try again tomorrow. Today I'm going to be the best version of myself. In the next 10 years though, rah, I mean, AI has made incredible leaps forward in just the last few years, right? Because AI has been around a long time. Artificial intelligence is not new. But in the last maybe, I would say a couple of years, give or take, like with generative AI, like ChatGPT, things like that, it's been pretty incredible what they've done. They've done some amazing things with AI. In the next 10 years, who knows? Like I mean, they've done so much in such a short amount of time. In 10 years, oof, it can be mind-blowing what they're doing by then. I mean, I think the services that we have now are likely to improve immensely in 10 years. But in terms of like, I guess what the question is really in terms of like, does AI replace humans? And it's not impossible. I don't believe it's impossible. I think there's a lot of jobs that exist right now that AI can probably do just as good, maybe even better than the people doing them. So what happens to those? And there's other jobs, like in particular, like more say customer facing jobs where AI won't be as good as a person, but it might not have to be. You know, it could be just convenient. Because if you consider like the example of the self-service checkouts, you know, when they got introduced, self-service checkouts were introduced, and you go to a supermarket, only big supermarkets had them, and they'd have maybe one or two set up. Fast forward to now, what, 10 years later, give or take? And pretty much every supermarket has them. Big supermarkets, small supermarkets, every supermarket has them. And now, in some supermarkets, the self-service checkouts take up more space than regular checkouts. Now, self-service checkouts do not provide a better service than the regular checkouts and the human checkouts. They don't. But they are far more convenient. And sometimes, a lot of times, convenience is king. A lot of times people will choose convenience over a good service. So the way I'm looking at AI is that as far as replacing people goes, AI doesn't have to be as good as a person or better than a person. It just needs to be good enough. You know, it just needs to be good enough. And if it's good enough and it can provide a convenience that humans just can't provide, yeah, like we could see a future where many jobs are replaced by some form of AI or something like that. But I don't think you'd ever have people out of work, at least not more than, say, now. Like whatever I don't know what the unemployment rate is right now, but whatever the unemployment rate is right now, my guess is that would stay relatively the same, even in a 10 years, 20 years AI world, because the reality is that you need people in jobs. You need people in jobs because people pay taxes. So you need people in jobs. It's just you'd find different jobs. So whatever jobs AI replaces, you know, there'd be more jobs opening up. So jobs that, I mean, there's jobs that exist now that didn't exist 100 years ago, right? Or in fact, there's jobs that exist now that didn't exist 30 years ago, like, you know, 10, 20, 30 years ago. So in 10 years time, 20 years time, there could be jobs that exist then that don't exist now. I think that's a likely scenario where, a potential scenario rather, where you have AI replacing people. You just have new jobs that open up. So I don't think you have more people out of work. I just think you've had people in different types of work. What that work would be, I don't know. But I think you just find people in different types of work, and whatever the unemployment rate is now, my guess is that would probably be pretty much the same, and you'll still get people complaining that immigrants are taking over. That's probably the same. That probably won't change either. Get out of the house to go for the store. You don't see robots everywhere. I don't know what it's done. Well, robots already prepared us. Frederick. Hello, Chapman. I wish you sunny new year. I hope you be good this last year. So Santa give you nice gifts. Do you excite for 2025? It's be halfway through 2020s. Have you enjoyed this decade? You know that robots don't feel feelings. Well, yeah. They don't need to though. A decade is 10 years. I wish you well and I hope you happy. Take care. I spent tonight to watch ball drop with my sister Abby, but only on TV, not in person. I think you good human. Sorry if I naughty before. Well, appreciate that, Fred. Appreciate that, Fred. But no need to apologize. It just is what it is. Hope you're not angry with me. Bye for now. Brax will be in chats later. Okay. Interesting. Interesting you say that. Wow. Happy New Year, Fred. Hope you had a good 2024. And May 2025 be better for you. Don't worry about all that stuff that happened before. It happened. But yeah. This is, well, we don't need to rehash that. We don't need to rehash that. It'll be hard and dangerous to have a robot at home. I don't know. I mean, kind of depends what type of robot you got. Like, if you got them robots, like, I don't know if you ever saw a TV show called Humans, where they had those robots that look like humans. I was pretty mad. But if I had a robot that looked like Gemma Chan, that would not be a problem. I promise you that. All right. I'll take that. It's all good, Fred. It's all good. Imagine you have a robot and fail system happened. If there's a powerful robot, it can kill you. Not depends though. I mean, because they should be designed to not kill people. So maybe there's something in there that's overridden. Remember in iRobot, they had like the 3 laws of robotics. Isaac Asimov's 3 laws of robotics. It was a robot can't harm a human, or through inaction allow a human to be harmed. A robot must preserve itself as long as its self-preservation doesn't harm humans. And then I can't remember what the third one was. But basically, it all comes down to your robot can't harm humans. But the problem with what happened in iRobot is that understanding of the 3 laws ended up evolving and realized that humans are so self-destructive that the only way to protect humans is to, you know, let some of them go. So, who knows, man? Who knows? Like human size, who move around and stuff. I mean, you can get robots like that now. Well, they're more like dolls, but you know, still. If I have a robot, I want to do waterproof test. I think that's what you meant by that, by the way. Well, maybe it's my mind. Maybe it's my mind, but I think I know what you meant by that. Yeah, just make sure you rinse it out afterwards. Wash it out clean. Do you have resolution, please? And thank you. I try to be better behaved. I don't have any resolutions. No, I don't really do that because I feel like ultimately, if you can recognize that there's something that you're doing that you could be doing better, or something that you should be doing that you're not doing already, you know, why wait till New Year's? You know, you should make those changes as soon as possible. So I generally don't do resolutions. That being said, I do have some plans for 2025, and one of those plans is to try to pull out at least one video per day every day for a year. Excuse me. So starting tonight, midnight UK time, the plan is to put out one video per night, per day, at least one video per day every day for a year. Now, I've not tried anything like that before, so this is a big thing for me. Whether I succeed or not, I don't know. It's a whole year. It's 365 days, potentially 365 videos. And yeah, I already know they're not all gonna be good videos. I'm not gonna try and put pressure on myself to make them all amazing video. No, nothing like that. But just one video per day for a year. Mostly just gonna be a few minutes of me talking nonsense, but every day for a year is the plan. This channel, yeah. Top 10 things what to do if you want to make Elon Musk angry by Shake. Top 10 things you want to make him angry. I don't know. What are the top 10 things? I don't know. You could probably I don't know, just say his name backwards or something might do it. Appreciate the likes, by the way. Big up for the likes. Got 3 likes. That's awesome. We got 3 likes. You live stream or I live stream once a week. Well, kinda. Once a week. Yeah, once a week. Once a week. I've been doing once a week for a while. In fact, I'll say probably less because I think I used to. Oh, more 20. Oh no. No. I live stream once a week. I think my live streams have definitely dropped down a bit though, because like I used to live stream for like 2-3 hours. Now it's more like an hour. Yeah, I listen. I gotta pay attention to my old age. So once a week, about an hour, maybe hour and a half. But yeah, I ain't trying to do no long things no more. Man ain't no young man no more. Tonight is Easter. Tonight is Easter. What, in Mars? No, really. Well, I don't think you know how old I am, so appreciate you saying that, but yeah. Yo, what up, Steven? Hi. Merry New Year. Merry New Year. How is ya? How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream. Minute after minute, hour after hour. And everybody knows going on. Under 50. Is that your guess, bro? Just under 50. Okay, under 50, but above which age? You need to narrow it down a bit. You need to narrow it down. So, between what and 50 are you saying, Fred? Earthshake's saying 36. What watching the stream for the last 10 minutes. When will you start doing belly dance? I'll do a belly dance as soon as somebody drops £200 in the what you call it, in the super chat. And that's UK pounds, British pounds, 200 UK British pounds, and I will do a belly dance. I might consider it for £199.99, but for definitely 200. £199.99, I'll consider it. I'll think about it. £200, I'll do a belly dance. But it has to be in the YouTube, what do you call it? The YouTube chat, YouTube super chat. Put it in there. No refunds in the super chat. I don't know if you know that, but there's no refunds. So yeah, I know that money's mine if you put it in there. But yeah, £200, I'll do a belly dance. That's what I'm waiting for. Say 45, okay. And you have 20 years. Don't lie to us. 20, oof, well. If I say too old, 150, I don't know, £200. Oh, no £200, no belly dance. Well, very, very interesting. You said 45, Frederick, because yes, I am 45. I am spot on 45, actually. This year was my 45th year. Oh wait, is that right? Yeah, 45th year. Was the first year? Yeah, 45th year. That's right. 45th year. Let's make sure I was counted that right correctly, because like going from 0 really. But yeah, this is the 45th year. 45th year completed on Earth. Okay, bye. Oh well. See, people want belly dances, but they don't want to pay for it. Listen, we're going into 2025. You got to pay me that money, bro. You got to run me that money. You can't be asking for belly dances and not have no money. What do you take, man, for? What do you take, man, for? Oh, give me belly dance, but I don't have money. Please. Run me that check. Ask ChatGPT how old you are. Ask ChatGPT how old I am. Please do. I'll be interested to see what it says. Yeah, man. I'm a middle-aged man, you know. I'm officially a middle-aged man. It's kind of weird though, because I don't want to say I'm not young. I know that, but I also recognize that 40 now is not the same as 40 years ago. If that makes sense. Like, I remember when I was a kid, the people who were like in their 40s, they seemed old. Like they actually, you know what I mean? Yeah, they seemed old. But I think like due to various things, I think these days people generally take better care of themselves. Of course, we know more about health and, you know, things like that. So I feel like 40 now is different from 40 years ago. You know, for myself, I do try to, you know, be reasonably healthy. You know, I wouldn't consider myself any kind of health freak or anything like that, but I do try to be reasonably healthy. And more recently, I've been trying to do more stretching exercises more. And it's always good to stretch, and I've always done stretches when, you know, and things like that. But now I think in recent days, really, well about weeks, really, recent weeks, I've been trying to do like more like deeper stretching, because, you know, as you get older, you need to think about your mobility, your movements, your flexibility, because, you know, that all kind of diminishes as you get older. So it's important to make sure that you're taking care. I mean, it's important to do this at any age, of course, but certainly once you get over 30, I reckon It's important to start taking care more of your bones, your joints. You know, making sure you're stretching, making sure you get enough like turmeric and omega-3 and that kind of thing. You know, making sure that you're taking care of these things, because the more kind of mobility you have, the better, really. Do you think people live forever eventually? No, nobody lives forever. Well, not in that sense anyway. I mean, not in the air. I don't believe people live forever in terms of immortality. I mean, you could, I guess, people remember you for a long time. After you pass away, people can remember you for a long time. But is that forever? Who knows? But as far as immortality goes, nah, come on now. I don't think that's something that science would solve. And also, it'd be like, would you really want to? I mean, I know some people say they would, but I don't know. Like, to me, that sounds like you'd be on Earth for a long time. All your friends would be like, dying. You can't really build connections with people because they just keep dying. And you just be there. Like, would you really want that? Oh, excuse me. I mean, having the body of like, so let's say you have a body of a 30-year-old, and you have the body of a 30-year-old, but you're really like 3,000 years old. It's like you look like a 30-year-old, but you can't relate to people who are in their 30s. Like, they just have 30 years of knowledge in their head, and you've got 3,000 years of knowledge in your head. You can't relate to them. Just like, who would you talk to? Like, what would you do? Like, nah, I don't know. That doesn't sound cool to me. That doesn't sound like a cool idea to me. I think you're only scared to die when you're not living right. I heard that in a song once. It was a Talib Kweli song. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. You're only afraid to die when you're not living right. I mean, death is inevitable. It's going to happen to all of us. Might be soon for some might be later for others, but somehow, some way, sometime, whenever, death is coming for everybody. No point being afraid of it. Embrace it. Living in fear is one of the worst things you can do. Living in fear of the inevitable is one of the worst things you can do. The ancient Latins. Yo, what up, Brax? The ancient Latins had a phrase. Memento mori. Memento mori means remember you will die. And it sounds morbid, right? Remember your death, or remember you will die. But when I heard, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Because one day you will die. Like, there's no ifs and buts or anyway, you will die one day. And everything you do up until then, is what people remember you. Are they going to remember you as a good person, a bad person, an arsehole, or whatever, a kind, generous person, or a mean, angry, grumpy person? If you believe in heaven and hell, then, have you done enough to get into heaven, or are you being doomed to hell? If you don't believe in heaven and hell, then it's just okay. But everything you do matters to the people you leave behind. Well, either way, things you do matter to the people you leave behind, really. But point I'm making is that whatever you believe in, there's consequences to your actions. And so remember that you will die one day. And also, I think it helps remember that, because we often look at life and feel like we've got plenty of time. Oh, well, I'll do this. You might be dead tomorrow. Procrastination. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. If you can do it today, do it today. If you can't do it today, then it is what it is. But if you can do it today, do it today. Because you will die. Remember, you will die. And if you die, then at least it's done. But don't pull off till tomorrow what you can do today, and remember, you will die. We like to act like we got plenty of time. We like to act like We're gonna live for however long. I do this next year, 2 years from now. You 2 years from now, bro. 2 years from now is 2 years from now. You don't know what's gonna happen 2 days from now, let alone 2 years from now. Remember, you will die. We all will. So live your best life. You know, be respectful. Try to prioritize yourself, but be respectful of others. You know, be selfish, but don't be inconsiderate, is what I'm saying. The difference between being selfish and being inconsiderate. You need to be selfish, but don't be inconsiderate. You need to be selfish in the sense that you need to prioritize yourself. You need to make sure that you're okay, and you need to make sure that you're okay so you can do the best you can. But don't be inconsiderate, because your actions do have consequences. But you will die. You will. I will. We all will. ChatGPT says you have no public information about age, name, etc. Good. That's the way I like it. That's exactly the way I like it. No public information about who I am. Yes. I appreciate you, ChatGPT. Oh, you started the channel on 30th December 2020. Facts, indeed. I can't remember when I started this channel. 2020 doesn't sound right, though. I think I started this channel before 2020. I actually don't remember when I started this channel, but I'm pretty sure it's before 2020. I think it was quite a few years before 2020, actually, because 2020 was like pandemic times. Let me see here. View your channel. I think that's what I want. $2014. Wow. I started this channel October 17th, 2014. It is 10 years this year. I didn't even realize that, you know. This channel turns 10 this year. Whoa. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize this channel turns 10 years old this year. Man, I don't even acknowledge that because I didn't even realize that happened. I forgot. I forgot. Man, this channel is 10 years and 2 months old. Wow, that is crazy. I didn't even realize, bro. I did not even realize this channel is 10 years old now. This channel's a little baby boy. Well, not baby. Double digits. This channel's about to enter secondary school. There's like 1 year left of primary school. It's going to secondary school next year. I have to start looking for a secondary school for this channel now. Man. That is mad, bro. That is mad. So, Brax, what are your plans for New Year's? Do you have any New Year's resolutions? By the way, I don't even ask you guys. Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions or just any general plans for 2025? 3,728 days ago. Okay, I mean, that's an interesting fact. I'll take your word for it, though. I'm not going to work it out. Are you going into seconds as well? Bloody hell, man. You know what? I'm going to take your word for it. I'm not even going to try and verify if that's true or not. I'm just going to assume you're correct. I'm assume you're correct. There's something I'm trying to check. I have a few different channels. Did any of them start in 2020? Did any of my channels start in 2020? Okay, so this one did. My Haze's Movie Room channel. Haze's Movie Room, if you don't know, is my movie channel. Well, movie slash game. It's a movie channel. Let's call it movie channel. But I do talk about games on it as well sometimes. But I have a channel called Haze's Movie Room. That started in 2020. That was July 3rd, 2020. That's pretty cool, actually. I didn't even realize that particular date. But yeah, I started July 3rd, 2020. Haze's Movie Room. And if you like videos about movies where people take the piss out of movies, make jokes about movies and things like that, then yeah, maybe check out that channel. There should be a link in the description. How old is WWE? WWE is gonna be like, I don't know. It's over. I mean, WWE I think is probably about 20 years now. In terms of like the whole company though, when it was called WWF, and then before that, what, WWF, you're probably going back some 40, 50 years or something. All right, so I have a podcast as well. My podcast started, oh wait, no, that's not correct. I was about to say 2013, that's not correct. That's not correct. 2022, here we go. My podcast started 2nd of March, 2022. So that's my youngest channel, is my podcast. Day before Independence Day. Wow. Something else about that day, but I won't say what it is. But yeah, that's right. Day before Independence Day. Oh. But man. Dr. Tess T. Coles, PhD. Oh, I get it. Tess T. Coles. All right, gotcha. I ain't gonna lie, that took me a minute. That took a second, but yeah, I appreciate the play on words. Dr. Tess T. Coles. Okay, gotcha. I'm doing great. Happy New Year, Dr. Testicles. Happy New Year. Want a coffee? I mean, I always want a coffee, but not right now. I mean, I want a coffee, but I'm not going to have one right now. It's too late for me. It's too late for coffee. Happy New Year to you. That a rude name? It's not a rude name. That's not a rude name at all. I mean, testicles aren't rude. They're just that's what you have, you know? It's like if somebody's name was Dick, you wouldn't say, oh, that's a rude name. It's like, no, that's somebody's name, you know? Or would you say a blue tit is a rude name for a bird? It's like, no, that's just a name for a bird. It's called a blue tit. You have a blue tit and a red tit. Not rude, it's just what it is. Or Willie, if you said my name was Dr. Willie, is that rude? No, it's somebody's name. Somebody's name. Just can't say somebody's name is rude just because you have a aversion to something. Come on now. Come on now. That's not cool. That's not cool. Hello, senorita. Would you like a margarita? Well, have you heard that margarita song? You try and get into. What you try and get into? Do you think a person gets better at a skill if they keep working on it? Yes, I do. Your shoulder blurry. Good. You shouldn't be seeing my shoulders anyway. Yeah, I do believe that. In fact, I would say practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes improvement. You always get better at the things you're doing, so be mindful of what you are doing, because everything you do is practice. Here's what I mean by that. If you are procrastinating, right? That is practice. You are practicing procrastination. You keep doing that, you're going to get better at procrastinating. You're going to get better at putting things off. If you're always like lazy and, you know, always waiting for somebody else to do things, you're practicing being lazy and waiting for somebody else to do something. You're going to get better at that. But if you practice putting in the work, practice showing up, practice being on time, practice being reliable, if you do those things, you get better at doing those things. So whatever it is you do, and you get better at doing whatever it is you do, it's something that you're practicing doing, and you will get better at the things you practice doing. So yes, practice makes improvement. I do believe that. I do believe that. If you keep showing up, that means you're practicing showing up, and you'll get better at showing up. You know, if you keep flaking on people, that means you're practicing flaking on people, and you're just going to get better at flaking on people. So you got to think about, what type of person do you want to be? Do you want to be the type of person that's lazy and whatever? All right, then you keep doing that. You want to be the type of person that's reliable, shows up, gets things done, and that's what you know you need to. That's when you know you've got to practice doing those things. And you got to take every opportunity that comes your way to practice doing those things, because everything is a skill, right? Everything is a skill. Being on time is a skill. Being reliable is a skill, and all skills take practice. So yeah, practice being the type of person that you want to be, and you'll get better at being the type of person that you want to be. That was the long answer for what's probably supposed to be a short question. Need to go. Have a good night. All right, no bother. Oh wait, no, that wasn't. You should start working and improving on your content. Well, not really. I mean, for one thing, my content is exactly where I want it to be. So, yeah. But yeah, Earthshake needs to go. Okay, so I read it in the wrong order. My bad. Earthshake needs to go. Appreciate coming through, Earthshake. Happy New Year. Next year. Wow, that's what, 3 hours from now. Yeah, good content. No, I mean, my content is what it is. I know that. I know my content is low effort content. That's very deliberate. It is actually very deliberate on this channel to put out low effort content. So when people come across it and they say this is poor quality content, it's like, you're not telling me something I don't already know. I do this deliberately. It's not because I don't know how to do. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. It's the content that I want to make on this channel. It's very deliberate, and there's a reason behind that. I won't get into that reason right now, but it's a very deliberate, purposeful reason why I put out low effort content on this channel. Now, low effort, of course, doesn't mean it's bad. I ain't saying that, but it is low effort content. I understand that. I'm aware of that. It's what I'm doing purposefully, and because I've been practicing putting out low effort content, I think I might just get better at putting out low effort content. In fact, like I was saying earlier, I plan on doing 1 video per day for at least a year in 2025, which means there's 365 low effort videos over the course of a year is what I plan on doing. So yeah, I know what I'm doing. Appreciate it. But yeah, I make low effort content, and I'm pretty good at it, I think. Well, I'm decent at it. I wouldn't say I'm pretty good. I'm decent at it. Hopefully I can get better at putting out low effort content. The bald head on your headphones makes your head look like a kettlebell. Yeah. Coming from a Dr. Tess T. Coles, yeah? All right, cool. You know, let's go away. So being rude to chat. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. If he becomes a problem, I could just block him. Or her. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Can't retell these days. Still though, I mean, you got to think, like, somebody who on New Year's Eve, right, has nothing better to do than to go into like a chat room, an online chat room, and like just chat nonsense. Not here to spread hate, just to troll. Like, yeah, you got. I mean, think about it. It's New Year's Eve. Yeah, it's New Year's Eve. Right now, it is about 17 minutes past 9 in the UK. I don't know what time it is where you are, but it's about just almost 20 past 9 in the UK. It is less than 3 hours away from 2025, right? And you've got nothing better to do than to troll the chat room. Like, think about that for a second. Like, think about how empty a person's life has to be, that you got nothing better to do than to go into the online chat room and troll on New Year's Eve. Like, literally New Year's Eve. Come on now, you could do better than that. Like, surely you've got, like, I don't know, friends, I hope, like family, right? You know, you've got people who you could be spending time with. I mean, think about it. You got family, you could be spending time with your family, but instead you chose to come here and troll. Like, if you chose to come here and just have a good time and, like, you know, people, I get it. It's like, you know, just have a good time, have some fun. It's cool. But you chose here to come here and troll. Like, you could have spent time with your family, or you could come here and troll. And for you, coming here to troll was a better option. Like, think about that for a second. Like, you had the choice to spend time with friends and family, or to come here and troll. You had the choice between going out, partying, meeting a gal or a guy, I don't know, whatever you're into. You had a choice to either do that or to come here and troll. Like, think about, like, what's missing in your life when you choose to come here and troll on New Year's Eve. Like, literally most other days it's like whatever, but on New Year's Eve, we're about to enter into a whole new 2025 year, and you thought, and to your mind, going to an online live stream and trolling was your best option for the day. Like, that was your best option. Of all the things you could have done, this was your best option. Like, think about that for a second. Like, what's missing in your life, bro? What's missing? Will it achieve? Indeed. I skipped my cousin's wedding happening now, so I could come here and troll. Well, I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true, because if it is true, that's actually pretty pathetic. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, if that's true, then that's pretty pathetic. And quite frankly, you should be ashamed of yourself and go apologize to your cousin, quite frankly. So I hope that's not true. I'm guessing it's not true. I'm guessing you probably made that up to sound more of a troll than you actually are. I'm guessing that's not actually true. But if it is true, it's pretty pathetic, and you should know that. But anyway, Happy New Year to you, Dr. Testy Goals. Hopefully you'd come to realize that trolling people or attempting to troll people on the internet is not a good thing. And not only that, you know, you just might end up getting, like, taught a lesson. Quite, you know what I mean? You might just get taught a lesson. Like, you might come here thinking you're gonna piss someone off, but you're just gonna get taught a lesson. And but it's a lesson that you probably already know. So good luck to you. Good luck to you. But anyway, as for myself, like I said, it is what's 21 minutes past 9 right now, 21:21. I've been streaming for just over an hour, about an hour 15 minutes. I think it's about time to start logging off, because I would like to see the New Year's in with mi familia. So came here for the little bit, did my weekly live stream, said hello to the gang. We got 4 likes today. Big up to the 4 likes. Big up to everybody came through. Fred, Earthshake, even you, Dr. Testicles. Big up to you too. But yeah, this is time for me to wind down. So, bye for now. Wish you something 20. Well, Happy New Year, Frederick. But yeah, that's me. So, Oh, what was I saying again? I can't remember right now. I can't even remember right now. Oh, what's my? How do I end these things? Damn it, man! How do I end these things? Brax come. I can say, oh yeah, Brax was here. My bad. I forgot about Brax. I'm sorry, Brax. I forgot. You said like 2 things, Brax. Come on, you said like 2 things. I forgot you were here. I'm sorry, Brax, but you were here for like 2 seconds or something like that. But you were here. And like 2 lines. I'm sorry, Brax. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But yeah, big up to you and all that you do. And until whenever, if ever, there we go. We got the ending back. Happy New Year. Peace.